yes, we've had adversity, but
I'm about to show proof that dry tear ducts are definitely hereditary.
That's it. My daughter got a job, her first job. She loved it. They're fixing to graduate, so there's a lot going on for her. And my mama heart's not ready. But I'm really proud. Our life's not easy. Nobody's life is easy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying my life is worse than anyone else's, because I'm actually pretty blessed. I have a wonderful family and great friends. And yes, we've had tragedy. And yes, we've had adversity. But you don't know how good life is until you see how bad it can be, right? You don't know pain until what is the reference I'm trying to make there? You can't enjoy the light without seeing the dark. You don't know what it's like to be healthy unless you've been ill. It's all about comparing things, you know? So, anyways, thank y'all for your support. And if you are communicating with Darlie, just know there's going to be a little bit of a backlog. And the rest of it will catch up eventually. So, thank you guys for sticking around. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday. We're almost to Friday.
Oh, shut the fuck up! And everybody of the mission on my channel. My channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for parody and a little bit of reaction to true crime. That's what I do. So this group of people, we all know who they are. Now, see, these people I don't get mad at right here when they do this. This one is ignorant. When somebody says that cyber person is disgustingly obsessed with Darlie's case and family. Okay, you know. Now, I can prove that from the administrators of the Darlie group that have been running the groups for so many years, that I was actually absent from any participation within the Darlie Routier realm of speaking on it. You know, I kind of just let things go, and I was just waiting to see what was going to happen. That's basically where I was at. I wasn't so invested into it. And, you know, with you know, Pam Collins, she knows what I'm about to say is true. And so, like, some of the old timers that have been there around for the longest time that know, you know, this is more than 15 years, I believe. And so they know that what I'm about to say is true. I was in it for the longest time, and, you know, people started harassing my family over the base on the Darlie situation. You know, some of my son's stuff got in it, but the initial thing was about a person who said that they spoke to the family and talked to everybody, and that Darlie was innocent and that he was going to prove it. Knowing that when somebody said that, I would keep up enough with the case. When somebody said that, I'd go check it out because I know the case. Right? And this guy said he knew the family and everything. So I really wanted to go over and check it out. I should have known that it was a setup, because everybody that knows me knows that in my YouTube career, if I see a video where someone's saying Darlie's innocent, that I'll get up under there and rationally and calmly disagree with people. And most people are they're cool with that. You know, they're good. There's usually not an argument. Really. So, anyways, it all came from that challenge. But the whole thing, I just stayed away from the internet for a while. But it was all based on Darlie. So I stayed away from it, and then I started seeing that Danelle was coming on. I saw it, and it didn't bother me at first, but when she started saying things that were incorrect, you know, and just totally outlandish that I know are not true, then I started to respond to those things that Danelle was saying. And if they're ridicule, you know, I've ridiculed her. I've made jokes about the stuff that she said. We've taken body shots at each other. We've cussed each other out. Both of us have. This is a banter that we're having over a true crime case where I stand firm in the conviction. Now, I know that the professionals in that case that dedicated their lives to justice, and the nurses that took care of Darlie, and the doctors, I know that they dedicated their life to that, to helping people, and they had to see that. And I'm watching this woman say that these nurses were liars, and this doctor didn't say that, and one doctor said, well, I had to say whatever, or because I wanted to work, and that's very upsetting when you hear someone say things like that, because it's not true. So if I politely put up the response to it, and show where it's true, well, all of a sudden I'm a moron and an idiot and a hater. Did you guys know that? So, and people don't respond too well to being called a moron and an idiot and a hater. So they've always called us haters. And that's one thing they got right, that nobody realizes that they absolutely got it right. We definitely are haters. We are haters. We hate it when you come out here and lie. We hate it when you bullshit the public. We hate when you stand up for that killer. We hate that Devin and Damon are gone. We hate that you won't let the truth be known. We hate that she's killing her own family. We hate that her own family doesn't see it. We hate that, you say the prosecution had everybody under their spell. We hate that the truth of the matter is that Darlie's got you under her spell. That's what we hate. We hate the stupidity. We hate the blatant disregard for the lives of Devin and Damon when you're speaking so much about Darlie. That's what we hate. We don't hate you as a person. None of us are out to hurt you. None of us want to ruin your life. What we want to do is stop you from telling the bullshit that you're telling by defeating it with the facts. And in response, I get this type of stuff. I have done none of this. She cannot prove it. She will not show it. She will not show any of that on her TikTok. And if she can't show it on her TikTok, she damn sure can't show it to a lawyer. Because if she's out shopping for a lawyer, she would show them all this overwhelming evidence that she has of this cyber stalker, and they would take her case. She's searching low and high for a lawyer. I mean, if people listen to what she says, if they really listen to it, she's not that bright. She's not that bright. So, yeah, call the Attorney General and say, look, man, this guy, he's out here saying that my sister is guilty. Oh, is your sister guilty? Yeah, she's on death row in the state of Texas for killing her 2 kids. Click. Ooh. Go for it. You can also report cyber crimes to the FBI over the internet. Yeah, that's the IC3, and you just look up the IC3. Isn't this like a flashback, Pam? This is like a flashback from 10 years ago, ain't it? Pamela, this is the same exact shit. It's just a whole new group of dummies. I should be calling these people. Thank you. I will check that out. Oh, I've been stalked. I've been harassed to no end. But I didn't know that you could look that up and find it. I needed one of my supporters to tell me. Because I've been looking hello and hard. I'm so scared of that guy. What do I do? Oh, thank you, supporter. Thank you for telling me something that's fucking obvious that you would do if you're actually being harassed. You wouldn't need people to tell you this shit. Oh, exclamation points. Wow, I didn't know that. Because I ain't been looking. Because I'm not being harassed. God, you can't stand it. I got so much common sense. Hi, haters. Hi. You tagged Pamela Collins. So, hi. Thanks for tagging our buddy. Thank you for tagging our buddy, giving our buddy. Yeah, you should take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. What the hell is wrong with this fucking dude? They don't need any help. Take off. He said, they don't need any help. Take off. Yes, let me put a like on that. Oh, they are just so sweet to wish you farewell. There's you tagged Pam. Pam's on your mind, isn't she? Yeah, you know you love Pam. We all love Pam. You can't help but to love Pam. Look at that. You put her name in that pretty blue color right there because you're trying to get her attention. You're trying to get her attention now but how come you didn't try to get her attention when you were in the group? Lurker. I didn't ever see you tag Pamela Lakes Collins over there in the group and say, no, Pam, you got these facts wrong. And here, this is what the facts are. You never once did that because you can't. You can't. Go look in the mirror and say, I can't. I can't do it. I can't. Dumbass. Okay, I'm going to respond for Pam because she probably doesn't have time for your shit and she's got a little more couth than to actually tell you what she's feeling. So let me be her dumbass sidekick for a minute. Just for a minute, Pam. Be your sidekick. Here's what's interesting. You say supporters are welcome in your group and you wish they'd speak up. But what happens when they do? Here's a hint, which is done for the sole purpose of trying to ridicule the comment or the post. You have never once addressed this issue. Okay. We will only ridicule the post or the comment if the post or comment is actually ridiculous. Duh. You have never once addressed this issue. You simply allow the behavior and often engage in it yourself. Yes, a supporter will come in there and say some dumb shit like Darren took a lie detector to her 3 or 4 times, and we'll be like, no, that's not what happened. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Darlie's innocent. So there. When people do that, when we correct you guys, you don't like it. That's why you guys are watching this type of video right now, because Danelle has been corrected so many times over the last few months that she needs to do shit like this. Someone in your group posted about Devin's injuries and stated that heels were bruised, right? That his heels were bruised. I commented that I had just read the autopsy report and the testimony of Joni McCain, and the fact was not mentioned anywhere. I didn't see your question in the group, Mrs. Jamie Nitwitcomb. But no, if you look on to the Devin Routier autopsy report, you'll see that there are 2 contusions that measure 1/4 inch in greatest dimension that are noted at the anterior surface of the right lower leg. Yeah, somebody probably misread that or something, and it apparently you came in and said, well, I didn't see that anywhere in the report. And since a lot of people knew that you were right, they didn't have to go back and say, oh, yeah. But no, you can find out all that stuff right here. But if you ask me any question, this is what I will do. And if I'm not sure of it, I'll come and look, right? Because I wasn't 100% sure. I knew that there were bruising down his leg as if his leg were up and he were kicking. And he had bruises on his hands as if he were blocking blows. I do know that. And this is actually signed by 5 medical examiners. And so I thought I would answer that for you. But yeah, normally when people don't answer you after you've corrected something, because if somebody told you, if somebody's reading, there were bruises on the bottom of his leg. See, we can't see that. You're not showing the text. There were bruises on the bottom of his foot. Okay, well, it probably wasn't somebody that's been in a group for a long, long time, but because you haven't showed it. But yeah, nobody answered you because you corrected it. You corrected it, and nobody needed to go any further with that, right? There you go, baby. And since I took the time to come in here and take a look and say, yes, that was definitely incorrect if someone said that he had bruises on his bottoms of his feet, I will go ahead and correct the supporter myth, too, while I'm here. Hang on. It's up here somewhere. It's been a long time since I looked at this. Hang on. In particular, it was noted that the stomach is empty. The bladder contains 1 millimeter of urine. The gallbladder contains 3 millimeters of bile. Okay, what that means is he did not go poop. That's what that means, I believe. I'm almost pretty sure that that's what bile is. I could be wrong. He has a small amount of urine in there. But where it says, in particular, it is noted that the stomach is empty, she had just got done fixing a large dinner for her family. Next. Miss, what's her name? Jamie Nitwick Combs? There you go. So I asked where the detail had come from, and one of your look, and what you know, one of your experts answered or even acknowledged it. Go figure. So you asked a question and you got an answer. Oh, nobody answered your question. Okay. So nobody answered your question and you got upset? I asked a question and nobody answered me. Nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. I'm sad. Nobody. I've been here for years, and sometimes I put a Facebook post and people don't answer it right away. I've also had posts that get answered years later. You know, I'm trying to ask a question. They won't answer me. They won't answer me. I want my mommy. I want my mommy because they won't answer me. So since nobody answered her, she's just fed up with Pam. All right. Well, you know, you can put a post in a group and actually nobody's obligated to answer you just because nobody's there at your service. So if somebody doesn't want to answer you, they don't have to. Just be glad that you're not getting shitty ass answers or, you know, rude answers or booted or my boot finger is working or, yeah, he's insane. As for what I shared, no names were mentioned, had name blacked out, but the truth of the matter, I tell you what, I tell you what, you probably should stop, you know, dogging on Sharon and dogging on Pam and go on scissor with Darlie like you want to. I mean, you're in love, ain't you, girl? Ooh, you're in love. I fucking love you, man. We're gonna get you out of there. I swear we're gonna get you out of there one day. I'm gonna keep posting mean things because I love you so much, darling.